Okay, you're probably going to think to yourself, why is Nick showing me this? Well, this is part of the whole project really, isn't it? If you think about it. It's a frame for catapults. This is a very cheap frame for a very cheap catapult, which relies upon a tube band system, as you can tell by the lugs. Okay. And body's okay. A bit of a distance between the top of the hand grip and where the bands go. That's not necessarily brilliant because it'll put a lot of pressure upon the wrist, but never mind. There's a few downsides to this one, such as the catches which holds this in place is not necessarily brilliant. That might go at some point. And the wrist brace itself is quite weak, and I think I might need to replace that with leather. So there's improvements I would want to do. Now, why bother? Just why bother? Well, it's part of off-grid living, really, isn't it? I mean, I'm living in a suburban area. I don't quite have the space to be able to keep chickens. Okay, I'm not living on a farm. I can't keep rabbits. But if I take a small drive or a small bus trip, or a walk into the country, I can get to fields, I can get to woodland. I've already had a quick conversation with the Forestry Commission. I've discussed vermin control licenses and also sporting licenses as well. So these are possibilities to look into. And then also there's an insurance issue as far as becoming a hunter is concerned. But why a catapult? Right? Why not an air rifle? Well, it's compact. And this could fit reasonably well into the left pocket of my jacket. I'm right-handed, so that will have to go into my left pocket. And then in my right pocket, I could have myself a handful of ammunition. Type of ammunition, ball bearings. Some people say that marbles are cheaper than ball bearings. Depends where you get them from, and depends what type of ammunition you're going to go for. I've had to study the impact and penetrability of the various different types of ammunition, including steel, lead, including glass. It's a wide variety of things that you can put through this type of device. And it's small, it's compact. What is the point in learning this? Well, initially I'm just going to have to do target practice. I have to build up my skills big time and make sure I can actually hit things with it. You know, make sure I can aim properly. Put your hand up the hole, and then you got the brace on your wrist there, so that takes some of the pressure away. And you got your bands on there, and so essentially it's in some ways quite a good system, despite the fact it needs modifying. Well, some of the economists and economic pundits out there say that the recession will probably take something like 10 years to come to an end. But it'll be at a great expense to the taxpayer. The economy's not going to get better anytime soon. And I personally feel there's going to be some bad things happening around the corner first. And on top of that, there's oil running out, and all the rest of that. You know, there's the global economy is fragile. And sometimes we need to cheaply and affordably learn things which could be useful. That's all. Just learn things which could be useful. It might not be, so the whole point is to try and get some fun on the way and see how we go. I think it'll be great fun just knocking down a few tin cans and all the rest of that. I'm quite looking forward to it, realistically speaking. Maybe I'm not quite looking forward to the process of having to clean a rabbit or a squirrel. But these things have got to be learned. And I'm going to learn them. But first, wait for the replacement bands to get come in and get some practice done. Now, this cost me £3 off eBay. So it's a good introductory model. Once I've got myself some skills together, I've worked out a style, I got my accuracy up, then I can either start making my own and learning the craft of how to make your own, or I could just buy a better one and do something really big with it. I mean, I've had to learn about all the different types of rubber. There's different powers of different types of rubber used with different types of shooting, and different types of ammunition work better with some forms of rubber than other forms of rubber, and so on and so forth. So, there's a lot to learn with something that's quite so basic. It's not totally traditional because we're using rubber technology, and rubber catapults or slingshots only came in the 1800s, according to Wikipedia, when vulcanized rubber started being available. And prior to that, there was only the shepherd sling or the David sling. Okay, I may try and learn that just for a laugh as well, but at the moment it's a question of get some basic hunting skills together with a very basic tool, so I can get some opportunity in the future to feed myself, and if not for free, but on an incredibly low cost. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, rate, favorite, share, and all that jazz.